So, two of Turkey Tom's accusers, aka his ex-girlfriends by the name of Katie and Sacramento, decided to do an interview with the creator of Kiwi Farms, Null. Now, basically the reason they did this was because they didn't want to give the attention, they didn't want to give the spotlight to any SlopTubers, in Katie's own words.
What did I don't even know. I haven't been keeping up that much, so I don't know what. And also I hate all these SlopTuber freaks. And so
Same.
I have no idea what people are mad about.
Yeah,
Tell someone in the chat to say what it was.
Yeah, if you
Now, I think it's really interesting that she won't point out exactly who she means. I don't think I know a single streamer who is basically sweeping for Tom. If anything, you have like friends of his who don't really want to cover it because they, it's a friend. They don't want to throw a friend under a bus for allegations that may end up not being true.
To summarize, yeah, I am extremely biased. All right? Any normal person in my position would be totally compromised. And if you're not, well, I guess I know what kind of person you are.
But basically everyone I've seen covering these allegations fairly, at least looking at them and reading it and saying, wow, these things are pretty gross, can all kind of agree that either Tom is a gooner freak or he's an absolute monster, right? But basically we all want to know if the main allegations, the things about him like filming without consent or making girls bleed, things like that, are real.
If you have an idea of what I'm talking about, let me know. Actually, that's a great follow-up question. Why me? Because I did not proposition you guys. Like, do you guys want to come on stream? You kind of came out of nowhere. You asked me like what my opinion was on Turkey Tom, and I kind of like gave you a very, very long rundown on my opinion of like Turkey Tom in that situation. And then afterwards, you were like, do you want to do a stream thing? I'm like, sure. And you even explicitly said that you hate the other streamers. So I'm curious what led to that decision.
I feel like you've been very nice to us, and I really do not want a bunch of these weirdo YouTubers who have reached out to us to like make money off of our stories and try to like twist it into some big giant drama thing. I mean, they've just been so like disrespectful about everything, so
And weird.
yeah.
So they didn't want to go onto an interview with a big YouTuber or anything because we're going to turn into a big drama thing. Yeah, it's not like you guys are trying to make some insane, massive allegations towards one of the largest commentary channels. Obviously, we're not talking Moist Critical, some ordinary gamers level of big, but Turkey Tom brings in millions of viewers every single upload. You cannot accuse people like me or people like Chud Logic or other streamers out there of trying to make this into some bigger drama than it is when you decided to go onto Kiwi Farms, which is essentially a snark website, but to the 100th degree where everything is allowed. You have gone to this site not wanting to make this a big drama thing. You're seeing hundreds of thousands of people are watching these videos, giving eyeballs, giving attention to these situations, to the point where even people like Kai, Turkey Tom's ex, other people have started to come out now. But yeah, we're going to be the ones that make it into a big drama thing. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. But basically this interview, they talk about how Tom was invited to go to her church and he ended up dressing like a bum, so he pretty much got kicked out of the church, right?
I think you should tell them that he wasn't accepted into the Catholic Church.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
How do you get rejected from the church?
I'm a Catholic and he grew up Catholic, so I decided to try to take him to church with me, even though he's kind of like a turbo godless atheist. And he decided to go to church wearing his like usual homeless attire, and when he went up to go get communion from the priest was like, you're not Catholic, don't come and take communion. And he was being very disrespectful the whole time during Mass and decided to start taking Zins during service. And
Really? What the fuck?
yes.
That's a red flag. If anyone doesn't like, if you're trying to like bring.
And then he ends up talking about like his Zen addiction and ends up talking about a bunch of other things, more personal attacks, more things completely unrelated to me, comes across as just girls gossiping about a boy they don't like. And I really don't care to cover that stuff. But things I can cover are things like we have more details on some of the things that happened in the bedroom, such as now a new humongous claim being made that Tom would hold a girl's mouth so she couldn't say no while they were doing certain actions.
So just
Doing
no
it.
warning, he just started slapping you in the face.
Yes.
Did you like tell him like I'm not okay with this?
I told him a couple times, I was like, why did you slap me? And he's like, oh, like, I thought you liked that. And I was like, I don't know, like, not really my thing. And then he would continue to do it to me after the fact.
Okay. Did you ever like explicitly say no in certain terms? Don't do that.
No, because usually it was in the middle of sex, and then he would be covering my mouth, so I couldn't say no.
Okay. Oh, so he's like covering your mouth. Did you ever like try to like break away from his grip?
Yeah, and he would just like pull me harder.
Okay. But then after that, you would like complain to friends privately, but you didn't like sit them down and say like I'm not okay with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Now that to me was a humongous claim. It just went from, yeah, he's a little rough, sometimes he screws me a little hard and I bleed, to he does not let me leave. He holds me down, and when I try to leave, he pulls me. Do you see how that just quickly went from, yeah, he's a little rough, to basically SA, to basically RPE, right? That was a humongous claim, a huge allegation that I don't see a lot of people talking about. That even Null just kind of was like, okay, and then just kind of moved on. That is insane. Again, I'm not sweeping for Tom. I don't think these women are liars. I'm just saying there are some humongous things just being thrown out as if it's just crazy. Even the rest of this video that I'm making is going to be wacky compared to what we just heard, because I'm going to go from something like that to now talking about Hello Kitty. Now, one thing specifically about this interview that kind of bothered me was Katie talked about how Turkey Tom would buy these women gifts, and he would buy them things like Hello Kitty or Monster High dolls because he was trying to make them more like his ex-girlfriend Kai.
Not like per se, but he definitely, Sacramento can attest to this too, would like kind of try to push stuff onto you. Like he would buy like specific gifts so like you would wear it because it's like something he bought you, and it's like, and it's a gift, but it's not like he would be like, put this on, but he would buy like weird like Hello Kitty attire, and like would ask like if we were into like Hello Kitty or dolls and stuff like that. And so
dolls.
I think more
Monster
High. Monster High.
Really? Oh
Yes.
man.
It's because of Kai, literally.
Okay, so
But-
he was trying to find like another like who was into, I guess, age play. I mean, I don't want to like just jump to that and say like, oh, he's definitely looking for age play, but like Monster
No,
High is like those-
definitely.
I don't want to like say like put the words out like that, but also at the same time, I mean, if you're looking for a bitch who's into dolls and Hello Kitty and Velcro children's shoes, then like,
yeah, that's like in the kids aisle at Walmart. This is the Monster
Yeah,
High
like-
stuff.
yeah.
Now, specifically, this bothered me when Katie said it because you can go onto her Instagram from about 2021 and see that she's shopping at the Sanrio store. Sanrio is the brand that makes Hello Kitty. You can also go back 2021 and see Hello Kitty Slumber Party, where she has a Hello Kitty necklace and she has Hello Kitty plushies on her bed. Does it make it weird for Tom to go on your Instagram, see you like Hello Kitty things, ask you, do you like Hello Kitty things? You say, yeah, and he buys you a Hello Kitty thing. And then they try to push this idea that, like, if you're an adult who likes Monster High dolls, you're somehow also like a real life lollipop or something like that. Like, I collect toys. These are for children. The prices aren't for children, right? Like, these toys are like freaking $30 a pop, or I don't know what kid can afford that. Same thing with Monster High dolls. I think that they are a aesthetic item. People can enjoy them whether they be little or whether they be older. It's a difference if you're like, of course, like playing with them and making them talk to each other and whatnot. But if you just collect something, I don't think that necessarily makes you like a real life lollipop or an age player. One thing they do kind of point out, which I can agree with, is the whole Velcro shoes things, which I guess was something that Ellie, aka Creepy Hoarder, who is the age play girl, the one who dresses up kind of like a young person. And yeah, I think that's pretty weird. Not my cup of tea. Now, Sacramento ends up saying that she didn't like Hello Kitty or express any interest in Hello Kitty, and she thought it was weird that Tom was buying things for her. And this is going to be hard to dispute, because again, Sacramento is still anonymous. Katie is all over the place. We already seen Katie. Somehow we've seen the third girl who was anonymous that Katie ended up doxing, by the way. It took me 5 seconds to go onto Katie's page, scroll down, see she liked Hello Kitty. She doesn't mention that she likes Hello Kitty, but she tries to make it sound weird that Tom would buy her Hello Kitty things. Could Sacramento be telling the truth? I honestly don't know, and that's going to be something that's difficult to prove because, again, she's completely anonymous for the most part. Now, to me, the timeline is a little confusing. First off, Katie mentions that she was with Tom when Too Mad passed away, which happened in 2024.
And so I was there for when Too Mad died too, and it was insane. That was also horrible.
So for literally the entirety.
So Katie was with Tom in 2024, yet she mentions to Sacramento she was with Tom 3 years ago, but somehow Sacramento messaged Katie to say, I think we're talking to the same. Like, the timeline is just absolutely all over the place. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
You guys met because you were mutuals through Tom? Like you could see his phone.
She DM'd me and was like, I think we're talking to the same guy. And I literally, because she's so normal, thought she was a bot and was like, what? I was like, girl, what the hell are you? I was like, I'm not talking to anyone. What are you talking about? And then after a little back and forth, she was like, we talked and it was like Turkey Tom. And I was like, girl, I haven't talked to him in 3 years, but like, what's up? Like, why do you think that? Like, what's happening? And then she spilled the beans to me. And I was like, you need to say this somewhere. Like, this is not like normal. The fact that he like tried to hide everything from you and everything is just like weird. And then
now, to me, that's more of just kind of a nitpick. It might have been just like her just guessing a time. But again, we're talking humongous allegations, life-ruining allegations towards a humongous content creator. I think it's fair to want things to be a little precise so that we as the viewer and listener can try to keep up with exactly what's going on. Now, honestly, I think this video is long enough already. Again, I'm not covering every single little thing inside of this live stream because, again, it's things that we already have seen in the Kiwi Farms. It's just a little more detailed, a little more explicit, and for obvious reasons, I don't want to share that on my channel. It's just going to be a whole lot of editing and censoring, and you guys won't really be able to understand probably what it's saying. But like I mentioned, the thing about the holding the hand on the mouth, more of that kind of stuff. But still, we didn't really see any more evidence or any sort of proof in this. I'm not saying these women are lying because we don't have like a full-on like tape leak where Tom is doing all these things. I'm just saying that my honest opinion, this live stream didn't really add much more to the situation that I wasn't already like, it didn't change my mind, basically. What I thought before this interview, I still think. I still think that this Katie character is very interesting, very suspicious. The fact that she doxed a girl and she's now trying to basically talk badmouth Kai, right? It's a very interesting situation we're in. Tom is still silent, but I'm going to link the video down below, the live, so you guys can go check it out and give me your own thoughts on it. Again, maybe go on Twitter and search it up and see if anyone's linked any certain timestamp. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Let me know down below if you guys noticed anything weird about that live. Just kind of chat about it. Bye.